We're here at Pam's house today. It's sunny, beautiful outside, and we're here to talk about color. In front of me, you're going to see some samples. This is what I usually am faced with daily in my quilt room. And the questions I ask you is, have you ever searched for that one last piece of fabric just to pop your quilt? Or do you have a pattern that you picked up and you say, I'm going to use this for my stash or my scraps, but I just don't know where to start because look at all these colors. So I'm going to share today a couple of tools with you that might aid in solving your color dilemma. I'm using my notes too. First, let me say I'm probably the last person qualified to discuss color. My only formal art training was in black and white charcoal, and I'm a staunch subscriber to the K-facet color theory. Call it bohemian, call it eclectic, call it hippie, call it whatever you want. My mantra is, given enough colors, eventually everything's going to match. And then you add a little bit of black and white, for instance here, or a little black and white, for instance here. And then even gray. Judy Lowe taught me that even gray, you can tie all these juicy colors together and voila, you have a quilt that will sing and lift your spirit. Let's start with K-facet. His color theory, according to one of his students, Maggie Maggio, is sample. Try out color combos in small ways. The wilder, the better. So see, I even did something like this. This is an orphan. Just tried some colors, added some black and white, some dots. And remember that even the best, the most experienced designers cannot predict what will work. Exciting color combinations do not come from picking colors from a color wheel. You can follow the rules and it'll probably end up boring. It's the unpredictable choices that create the wow factor. But one of the nice things I found about Cave and other designers like Tula Pink is their collections will often do the work for you. And all you have to do is look for the clues. So let me give you an example. These are some scraps from a quilt that I'm currently working on. And so last night I picked up some things that just caught my eye. Some oranges, some reds, some pinks, some greens. And if you look, you will actually see that Cave has included colors in a different collection of his that are matching the blues or the reds, the maroons, the oranges. And then I threw in maybe a little purple with pink. Ooh, look at those pinks match. And then to pop it comes a green. Now that is sampling. Just pick up pieces and try to get them to match. Tula Pink does the same thing. Here's a recent Mondo bag I made from Tula Pink. All I did was make sure that I didn't have two pieces the same next to each other, and it kind of supports my theory that given enough color, they're going to match. But on the flip side of the coin, the proverbial design coin is a color wheel. And I won't discard that because it's an excellent tool, perhaps for someone who's a color purist, but more importantly for the newbie, the beginner, or someone who's just not ready to release their poetic soul. And sometimes I even use it because I stuck and I got to unlock that last wild color. So the tool I particularly like is this one, the foolproof color wheel set that's created by Katie Fowler. It provides color harmony every single time and helps you gain your color confidence. So let's open it up. Little cardboard just to keep it nice and stiff when you store it. It comes with an 8-inch color wheel, 12 colors, and the big surprise is in this little pocket are 10 die-cut wheels, each one representing, or they're actually discs, each one representing a different selection of fabrics. So for instance, and we'll work on this. This is disc 1, and I mark them. This is for a direct complement color way. And then there's a little rivet where these wheels fit. So let's take a look. Here's a direct complement. So what you have here is a color selection from the reds, and the direct complement to that are these blues and these turquoises. And I was going to show you these. What did I do with my little sample that I had here? What I thought was interesting when I pulled this sample out and tried to match the colors. Let's see, this is a little bit closer, some oranges, and lo and behold, I've got my greens and my turquoises down below. So even with just, that's what the thing is about Kafe, is he will put complementary colors in his product. And let me just show you, here's a color tetrad. This is one of my very favorite. And a color tetrad is going to be disc number 4. So here's a color tetrad. And this little, on the edge here, explains to you what this is. A color tetrad is 2 equally spaced sets of direct complements. Okay. Oh, and here we go. Pinks and purples. See, I've got the colors in there. Another added feature is not just the identification of color, but also the tint, the tone, and the shade. I don't know, maybe you'd like to see another one of these. Let me add another one. Oh, and that analogous. That's probably good. These are analogous complements. Okay. So this is described as analogous complement is any 3 contiguous colors on the wheel and the direct complement. Okay, so you got these 3. Sometimes people like, to use colors that are in the same color family, but here's one that will make it pop if you use the yellow. And again, I made reference to the other added features in this wheel. The outer circle is your pure hue or your color. Then this second circle is your tint. So if you add white to your pure hue, these are the colors you will get that it will match. The third wheel is your tone if you add gray. And then the center is your shade if you add black. Excellent tool. Just a wonderful tool. It's published by C&T Publishing. You can get it on Amazon for $19.99. You can get it on almost any one of your quilting websites. So I encourage you, if you're looking for a color wheel, this is probably the premium one right now out on the market. So that's it for color. Thank you for listening. I've got some key things to take away for you to remember. Wildly sample. Put all this stuff out here and match, match, match. Break the rules. Make unpredictable choices. Look for clues in the design that the fabric designer has left for you. And last of all, release your poetic soul.
Thank you so much. What a great lesson. Appreciate it.